The Hyrax might look like an overgrown guinea pig with a permanent grumpy face, but this little bastard has a secret backstory. Found across Africa and parts of the Middle East, Hyraxes are small, stocky mammals about the size of a large rabbit, with round ears, stubby tails and the unmistakable expression of someone who just read a terrible email. In South Africa they're also known as dassies, which sounds almost cute. If done with your nonsense was a facial expression, this little creature has perfected it. Part of what makes Hyraxes so ridiculously charming is that they always look like they're about to yell at you. That permanently furrowed brow and unimpressed scowl is practically their trademark. Combine that with their adorably chubby bodies and you get an animal that somehow manages to look both grumpy and huggable at the same time. But that chubby shape isn't just for show. Hyraxes have thick, dense fur which helps insulate them from chilly mornings and sudden winds in their rocky habitats. That fluffy coat alone makes them look plumper than they really are. But underneath all that fur is a surprisingly large digestive system, a multi-chambered stomach built for processing fibrous leaves, bark and grasses. All that internal equipment takes up space, giving Hyraxes their barrel-shaped bodies. Plus, Hyraxes have a low metabolic rate, which means they store fat more efficiently than most small mammals. Perfect for surviving lean seasons, but also part of why they always look one snack away from breaking the scale. That combination of fur, fat and digestive bulk makes them adorably chunky, even though they're surprisingly quick when they need to be. While that grumpy expression might look like the result of a bad mood, it's actually just the shape of their face. Their eyes, brows and slightly downturned mouths naturally give them the look of a creature who's been holding in a sarcastic comment for hours. Whether they're basking on a rock, keeping watch for predators, or just silently judging the world, the Hyrax's signature scowl and chunky build have made them the poster child for grumpy but lovable wildlife. Behind that look of general disappointment is a big secret. Its closest living relatives are elephants and manatees. This tiny rock dweller belongs to the same evolutionary supergroup, Afrotheria, as Earth's largest land animal and the sea's slowest grass-eater. Maybe that explains the chubbiness. The connection might not be obvious at first glance, but the clues are there. Hyraxes have tiny tusk-like upper incisors, thick padded feet with rubbery soles. With their natural grip pads and sweat glands that act like natural adhesive, Hyraxes can scramble up sheer rock faces, gripping surfaces that would leave most animals sliding right off. Hyraxes are social creatures, often living in tight-knit colonies that work together to spot danger, raise young and keep predators at bay. Watching them sunbathe in a grumpy little group, you can't help but feel like you're interrupting some kind of stone-faced family meeting. Honestly, this isn't just a colony. This is a council of professional grudge holders. Despite their size, Hyraxes aren't to be messed with. They have a complex alarm system using a whole library of different calls to warn each other about predators, and their go-to defense strategy is wildly sophisticated. Everyone scream and scatter. For all their rock-hopping and alarm-calling skills, Hyraxes have just one weakness. They are terrible at controlling their own body temperature. Unlike most mammals, they can't thermoregulate efficiently, which means they rely heavily on sunbathing to warm up before they're fully functional. On cold days, they'll huddle together in cracks and crevices, glaring at the weather until it improves. This dependency on external heat is a throwback to their evolutionary origins in stable, warm African climates, where the sun handled the temperature control for them. And then there's the bathroom situation. Hyrax colonies use the same latrine spots for generations, building up thick, resin-like layers of fossilized urine and feces. This substance, Hyraceum, it's been harvested for centuries for use in traditional medicine, and in more recent times it's even found its way into luxury perfumes, because nothing says sophistication like a dash of prehistoric mammal bathroom residue. Online sellers, not exactly subtle, have described Hyraceum as, and I quote, a real stinker of the extreme, borderline black in colour, very urinal and fecal in aroma and perfect for some mind-blowing tincture. On to less fragrant topics, the modern Hyrax, with its chubby potato body and permanent scowl, is just the latest chapter in a much bigger evolutionary saga. Fossil records show that ancient hyraxes came in a whole range of shapes and sizes, with some species growing as large as modern tapirs. Whether they're perched on a sun-baked rock, peeking out from a crevice, or staring down the camera, hyraxes prove that you don't have to be big to own your turf. You just need attitude, grip pads, and a strong support network of equally unimpressed family members.